Welcome back to Your Hour. I'm being joined now by the author of Lost and Found, Tom Williams. Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm great. How are you today, Cheryl?
I'm good too. I just got started with your book, and it's really fascinating already. This is quite a concept as far as treasure hunting goes.
Yes, I'm very proud of it. The idea came to me when everyone started finding everything underwater, and I realized, wow, what if this stuff could be found from space from a satellite?
Which is a really great idea, and do you think that there's any probability in that?
Well, one of the reviewers that read my book, Lost and Found, they said this is fiction, but someone at NASA could turn it into reality, so I was really proud of that one.
Very good. Is this the first novel you've written?
It's actually my second. Flight of the Valkyries is the first, and that's a prequel to Lost and Found, which is scheduled to be published next year.
Okay. How long did it take you to write this?
This is about a 3-year project. I work full-time. I'm a merchant marine officer, and I'm out on the water like a lot. I'm down here in Southwest Florida, and so I do a lot of outside work, and then I write in the mornings before work going there.
So you have a lot of background in this type of situation as far as people that make their living out on the water.
Yeah, I could have never written Lost and Found without having a background. It's like my 23rd year as a merchant marine officer, and I'm a diver, a sailor. I go to work on a sailboat. I work at a resort hotel in Marco Island in Marriott, and I take folks out sailing and diving, and there's all kinds of shipwrecks offshore, and we've got a big diving club out here, and when the water's clear, it's just some of the best diving ever.
Well, there's a lot of fascination, isn't there, involved in treasure hunting underwater?
Oh, it's amazing. One thing that really inspired me was it was on Friday the 13th in 1733. 22 merchant ships left Havana bound for Spain, and they were just wiped out by a Caribbean hurricane. And as hurricanes move from east to west, the theory is that a lot of these wrecks ended up in the Gulf of Mexico, and that's like basically my backyard. So it was really inspiring for me to think about 22 ships loaded with tons of gold and silver and emeralds and pearls just lost and have never been found. So I was really inspired by that, and I realized, wait a minute, gold is a superconductor, so what if a satellite could probe down into the water and find this stuff? And that's the premise for Lost and Found, is that in just one geological survey satellite run, these guys, by mistake, after reprogramming the satellite, found all these treasure sites.
Which is a really cool story. And some of your characters in here are living really dangerously.
Yes, I'm really proud of my characters. I've got a couple of English guys living in Texas, and they're the scientists that figure out that a survey satellite looking for oil is not working, so they reprogram it to look for gold just on a whim, and they find all these GPS coordinates with the lost treasure from around the world. It's like 97 different anomalies that register on this satellite imagery, and they're like, wow, we found all this stuff, and they ought to prove that it's true. And then meet the heroine, which is Billy, and she's this awesome tomboy boat captain, the dive salvage expert that I created out of my head, and she's just really an awesome character. I'm really proud of her.
And of course there's other people that want all the information that they have.
Right. Unbeknownst to my 3 principal characters, there's a really bad guy following them who knows they have a compact disc with all the treasure sites around the world, and it's really fun because these guys, all this bad stuff starts happening, and they're like, what is this? What's going on? And unbeknownst to them, it's this bad guy following him, and he turns out to be the security director from the company that launched the satellite to begin with to look for oil fields. And I don't want to give away too much, but it's just really fun the way the story unfolds.
Well, and what's really neat about your main 3 characters is they're so naive. They're just thinking they're doing what they're out to do is find this treasure. They're not thinking about all the dangers that are lurking around them.
Well, they're getting a hint because this is really an exciting project. As soon as they realize they found these treasure sites, bad things start to happen, and one of their colleagues, a girl that they know, was murdered and strangled, and because the bad guy thinks that she has the compact disc with all the treasure coordinates. So it unfolds as a murder mystery right away, and then with a lot of intrigue and action and adventure along the way. So it has a lot of components of major successful commercial fiction.
And your characters are very well rounded. I really enjoyed them. So far, what I've read of them, I'm really getting to know them.
Yeah, that's really fun. I had so much fun with these characters. This book was so fun to write. I swear it really wrote itself. The characters are so strong. They wrote the book. I just tagged along for the ride. It was really fun.
You were just the vehicle, huh?
Yes, just the vehicle.
Tom, and you have a writing background as well, don't you?
Yes, I've been writing for 13 years, and I write all kinds of human interest columns and even culinary columns. Published hundreds of newspaper, magazine articles. I'm proud to announce in November and December I'm a feature article writer for Frontier Airlines in-flight magazine, The Wild Blue Yonder.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Tom, it's been a real pleasure visiting with you today, and I can't wait to finish your book. I'm really excited about it.
Well, thank you, Cheryl, and thanks for reading, and thanks for having me on.
Well, it's been a pleasure. And we'll be back with more.